Welcome to another episode of the Untold Stories. Remember, if you are listening to the right stories, then you are listening to the Untold Stories. Today in this episode, we are going to talk about the famous book by Jim Rohn, The Seasons of Life. The Seasons of Life is a book filled with a lot of common sense information, but it is a good reminder for us. For example, we are in a situation where we know that we have to change and try something new because what we have been doing no longer works. But we have so much invested in old ideas, old friends, old ways of doing things, or even an old belief system that no longer serves us that we simply refuse to make the necessary changes. The seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, are used as an analogy for the different stages and occurrences in our lives. The book explains how we all go through the different seasons of life, from the harsh winter where things don't go our way to the fantastic summer where life is beautiful. Jim shares how we can get through the tough time and enjoy the good ones even more. In this episode, we will cover the spring and summer, and in the next episode, we will discuss fall and winter. Spring, the window of opportunity. Springtime is the fresh air of new opportunity amid the dissipating clouds of winter. It is not a time to linger, nor to ponder the possibility of failure. Foolish is the one who would allow springtime to pass while dwelling upon the memory of the successful crop of last fall or the failure to reap last fall in spite of the massive efforts of last spring. Springtime does not care if you sow or sleep, nor does it care if you plant in abundance or lesser in numbers. It does not care if you plant the fertile kernel of wheat or useless wheat seeds. The rocks, weeds and thorns of the world cannot destroy all your seeds if you plant massively enough and smart enough. Choose an action, not rest. Choose truth, not fantasy. Choose love, not hatred. Choose the good in life in all things and choose the opportunity as well as the chance to work when springtime smiles on your face. The springtime will only appear, but it will not wait, nor will it transform the seed into the harvest. As always, the seeds as well as our needs must await the changing season. We cannot ask nature for an advance. It is the promise of a spring that as we sow, so shall we also reap. Sow lies, reap lies. Sow greed, reap poverty. Sow inactivity, reap an empty storehouse. Choose to procrastinate and surely an infant giant will grow to become a monster, rendering your future action ineffective. Seize the infrequent opportunity to do nothing for a change or something for a change. To neglect the opportunity given to us this day is to delay our better future. Do not use today to mentally relive yesterday or to await the arrival of tomorrow, for tomorrow when it arrives will be called today. There will be no better day, no better opportunity, no better springtime, no better time to begin than the current moment. Seize the moment as you find them and mold them into your own better future. Today's procrastination will surely be tomorrow's regret. Summer, the time to nourish and protect. Success in life is not an easy matter, nor is it an easy matter for the seed to push away the soil in its quest to find the light and the airborne chemicals that give it health. Progress in any form and happiness or success in any form require constant effort, for obstacles exist that might discourage the weak and the undeserving. Overcome one obstacle in life and another appears to fill the void. Life is designed to be a story of achievement in spite of adversity, not in the absence of adversity, for without adversity, achievement could not exist. The summer of life is a time to protect. It is a time for a constant daily effort to guard against the busy bugs and noxious weeds. The spring is a time for the creation of things of value, and those things require the season of summer for growing and gaining strength that they might yield their result in the coming fall. Spend no time chasing the birds who seek to hit at your seeds or the bugs who seek to eat up your coming harvest. For those who make diligent effort to plant, protect and preserve, there are not enough birds, bugs or other obstacles to destroy all the effort of last spring. Smile at adversity and act quickly to eliminate it. Expect adversity, for it shall surely appear. Be grateful for adversity, for it forces the human spirit to grow, for surely the human character is formed not in the absence of difficulty but in our response to difficulty. All things, even adversity, have their worthy purpose. Develop an understanding and awareness of the fact that all good will be attacked. It is a nature's way of qualifying those who are worthy and those who are not. Fertilize your new habits so they continue to develop. Pull out your weeds of bad habits. Be patient. The results may not always show immediately. Do not doubt yourself, for where doubt resides, confidence cannot. Do not neglect yourself, for with neglect comes loss. Do not imagine yourself to be less than you are, nor more than you are, but seek always to become all of which you are capable of. Do not allow yourself to become arrogant or discourteous, for both are characteristics adopted by those who seek to cover their weaknesses. Do not spend time regretting the past, but invest that time wisely by preparing a better future. You are a fertile seed of the Creator of all things, destined not to lie dormant, but to spring forth from the soil called life and grow upwards toward the unlimited horizon, overcoming all obstacles in the process. It is your destiny to tap your talents and to achieve all that of which you believe yourself to be worthy. To love more, anticipate more, overcome more, plan more, attract more, and to enjoy more than you ever dreamed possible. Such is the standard of life awaiting your mental decision and outstretched hand. You are deserving, you are becoming, and you shall succeed. Remember, if you are listening to the right stories, then you are listening to the untold stories. And if this episode has matched your wavelength, then share it with people who need it. And just in case you have the time, then you must listen to my previous episode, Inspire Before You Expire, where I talked about how the work of God is finished, but the work of creating your better future has just begun. In the cycles and seasons of life, attitude is everything. That's all from this episode. In the next episode, we will continue talking about the other two seasons of life. Remember friends, you too have untold stories to tell which can make a difference in someone's life, because certain untold stories are born out of certain lives and certain lives are born out of certain untold stories.